Hey everyone. Okay, so we are wrapping up Unit 5, and we are going to finish off in these last two pages, pages 68 and 69. I believe those are the last two pages of Unit 5. And we are going to go ahead and finish off Unit 5. Yay! um, so, what this is about, as you can see right here, it says it's what's called, I guess, another view, right? Another view, life skills reading. And what we have here is a map, right? We have a map, and we are going to, this is a map actually of a shopping mall. So I don't know if you have ever used a regular map before, like on the street, having to use a map, a paper map. We don't usually have those anymore. We usually just get on, MapQuest or Waze, some app, right? But when you go to a shopping mall, right, and you don't know where your favorite store is located, you have to figure that out, right? When you walk inside the shopping mall, somewhere in the mall, in fact, in many places in the mall, you have a section where you have information, right? You have information. Now, sometimes you can see the map at the information booth, or when you first walk into one of the doors. I don't think they have a map at all the doors, but I think they have maps at a lot of the doors, most of the doors when you walk into a shopping mall. And you see something that looks like this. But it's a lot more complicated because there are many, many more stores. This is a small shopping mall. This is a small shopping mall. And we are going to learn how to, read this map, give directions from this map. We're also going to be learning in this lesson about negative imperatives. We talked about imperatives before. Of course, they were positive imperatives. Commands, right? That was the other word for imperatives, is a command. And that's in the positive sense. In this lesson, we're also going to talk about negative imperatives. But let's take a look at this map first, and let's talk about the places on this map and what they mean. We have places, and then we have symbols. So we'll talk about what the symbols mean also. First, let's talk about the places. They're easy to identify. We can tell easily what these places are. Let's start over here. Here we have, what's this? Police station. Right? We have a police station. Then we have here a movie theater. We have a food court. We have shoe store, flower shop, bank, computer, and pharmacy. So these are places that we have, right? That we can tell. It says it exactly what it is. But then you have some places, it doesn't tell exactly what it is. You have symbols. You have symbols here, 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 and here. And also right here. So to figure out what these symbols mean, we come down to the bottom right here of the map to figure out what these symbols mean. So here, this is a bus stop. A bus stop. So this little symbol stands for a bus stop. That's what this is right here. This symbol stands for food. So if you were to read the map and you see this word, food court, and you're like, oh, what is food court? If you don't know what that means you see a knife and fork, you can go here to eat, right? You eat at the food court. That's why you have a knife and fork. Here you have an I, And that's right here. And this is information. Usually at this information section, you have someone who can give you information about places in the mall, or they can give you directions. You usually have someone here at the information section. If not, you might have like a brochure or a flyer, something that gives more information about the mall. Then you have this P right here. This P stands for parking. So if you don't know where to park your car, that's where you go, in the parking deck, parking lot. And then you have the man and woman right here, and that's toilet or restroom. Okay, we use the word toilet, we use the word restroom, bathroom, any of those words would be fine. You'll know that that's what this is when you see the man and woman right here. And then let's talk about the different streets. We have Vanderbilt Avenue. We have 42nd Street. And we have Lexington Avenue. Okay, so these are all the different streets. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this mall, and we're going to answer some questions. So if we look at the questions, we can see here, the first question is, where is the pharmacy? Where is the pharmacy? Remember, we can also shorten this by saying, where's the pharmacy? Pharmacy is right here. And then we can see our answer. It's next to the computer store. So here's the pharmacy. It's next to the computer store. Number 2, exercise 2. What does toilet mean? What does toilet mean? And you see here, they check restroom. Restroom. It can also mean bathroom, but restroom in this case is the best answer. Where is the police station? It's on Vanderbilt Avenue. It's on Vanderbilt Avenue. That's where the police station is. Number 4, where is the flower shop? It's between the shoe store and the bank. So here's the flower shop. It's between the shoe store and the bank. And then, of course, with the police station, it's on Vanderbilt Avenue. There you go, right there. Okay, awesome. All right. So now we are going to talk about negative imperatives. We're going to talk about negative imperatives. And before we get going with this section, we're going to go ahead and watch our video about negative imperatives.
Negative imperatives. Unit 5, Lesson F. Don't turn left on Elm Street. Watch and listen.
Don't turn left.
Don't use cell phones.
Don't ride bicycles.
Don't litter.
Don't is short for do not. Check your understanding. Look at the picture. Complete the sentence. Then listen to the sentence.
Don't turn left.
Look at the picture. Complete the sentence. Then listen to the sentence.
Don't use cell phones.
Look at the picture. Complete the sentence. Then listen to the sentence.
Don't ride bicycles.
Look at the picture. Complete the sentence. Then listen to the sentence.
Don't litter.
Let's review. Affirmative.
Turn right on Elm Street.
Negative.
Don't turn left on Elm Street.
Affirmative.
Use cell phones outside.
Negative.
Don't use cell phones in the library.
Don't is short for do not.
All right. Okay, so that was a really good video, I thought, and it actually covers this section up here. So let's go over this a little bit, right? We use don't before the base form of the verb for negative imperatives. So the base form of the verb is turn. In this case, it's turn. The base form is use. Okay, so turn right, use cell phones. Okay, so that's the base form of the verb. But then you add the do not, you add the don't in order to create the negative imperative. You add the don't. Right? So don't turn left, don't use cell phone. So let's look at exercise A. And in exercise A, you have all of these things right here. And then of course you have the symbols right here. And I think this is really good for if you go into a restaurant, the bookstore, a library, someplace, the courthouse, the airport. Sometimes they don't use words. They only use symbols, right? They only use symbols. So in this case, you see right here, they have a sign, and they want you to match the sign with the imperative over here. The only thing I don't like is this should also have a slash through it, which means don't turn left. They forgot the slash. But number one is E, don't turn left. Okay, number two, what's our answer for number two? Our answer for number two is D, don't use cell phones. Don't use cell phones. What about number three? Number three, got a bike guy on the bike, would be C, don't ride bicycles. Don't ride bicycles. Number four. So I think this guy's kind of funny. But he's got a fishing pole. And this just says don't, this one is F, don't fish. They don't want you to fish here. Then you have this guy, and he just finished eating something, and now he's got the trash, and he's just throwing it out. And so this is saying B, don't litter. B, don't litter. And of course, this one with the big P, the slash through it, is A, don't park here. Don't park here. Okay, so that's how you form negative imperatives and how you use them. Now we're going to look at the next slide, which has a map down here. And it says, work with your partner. Where do the signs go? Write the numbers from 2A on the map. So here you have your signs, and it wants you to take these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and put them on the map. So you see some signs down here, 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 and here. And it basically wants you to put these numbers in the right places. Now, you'll notice that in my book, I actually already have some of these answers, but they actually were incorrect, some of them. And so we're going to talk about what the answer is supposed to be and why the answer that they gave in the book is wrong. So for this one right here, number 5, which is B, don't litter, they actually had 6, which is A. 6 is A, don't park here, but that's not correct. That's not correct. It should be 5. And the reason you know that is because right here, this little thing is a trash can. It's a trash can. So they're going to put a sign that says don't litter. They'll put it right next to the trash can. So people can say, oh, instead of throwing my trash on the ground in the park, why don't I put my trash in the trash can? So that's why they have the don't litter sign here. The next one, which is correct, number 1, which is don't turn left, number 1. And the reason they would put a don't turn left sign here, imagine if you were driving down Park Avenue. So you're coming from this direction and you're going this way. And you're right here. Well, the reason they put a don't turn left sign right here is because this is a one-way street. It's only going in this direction. Cars are only driving this way. See the arrow? The cars are only driving this way. So because the cars are only driving this way, they put a sign here that says don't turn left so that the person driving here doesn't go and then run into traffic. So this is why the don't turn left sign will go here. Now right here, they actually had this as number 3, which number 3 is don't ride your bikes, but that's not correct. This is actually number 6, which is don't park here. And the reason we know that this is number 6 is because you have someone parked here. You have someone parked here, but what's this person? This is a police officer giving them a ticket. So because there's a sign that says don't park here and they parked there, the police officer says, oh no, I have to give you a ticket. Okay, so that's why the don't park here sign should be right here. Now up here is number 3. They had 5 in my book, but this should be number 3. And number 3 is don't ride your bike. And the reason that they would put a don't ride your bike sign here is because they want you to know that they don't want you riding your bike on this walking path. This is only a place where people walk, not ride bikes. People only walk here. They don't ride bikes here. And so that's why they would put a don't ride bicycles sign right here. Okay. This one right here, number 4. Number 4 is F, which is don't fish. And we can see why. You know, you have your fish right here, and they want to preserve their fish. They want to keep their fish, so they don't want people coming over here and going fishing. So they put a don't fish sign right here. And last but not least, we have a number 2 right here. And number 2 is D, don't use cell phones. Don't use cell phones. And this is important because where is this building? What building is this? This is a library. And they don't want you to use your cell phone inside of the library. So that's how we use negative imperatives, okay? That is going to wrap it up for Unit 5. We're at the end of Unit 5. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to complete Unit 5 in your workbook. Complete Unit 5 in your workbook. That means doing pages 62, 63, 64, and 65. So I want you to complete pages 62 through 65. And what we will do in our next lesson is we will actually go through and finish Unit 5 in the workbook next week. And then we will start on Unit 6. Okay? So I hope you guys really learned a lot from this lesson, and we'll see you next time.